Richie Anderson has addressed backlash he received after mispronouncing Abba member Agnetha Feltskog's name during a segment on BBC programme The One Show on Friday. Richie, 36, made a trip down to Brighton on behalf of the show to celebrate 50 years since Abba won the Eurovision Song Contest with their hit Waterloo. During the segment, he caught up with those who were a part of the big moment behind the scenes, including the daughter of a former Eurovision photographer, the group's former taxi driver, as well as a local who met Abba at the show's after-party. As Richie listed the members' names, he appeared to mispronounce Agnetha's name, which prompted many to send him a message. Back on Zoe Ball's BBC Radio 2 breakfast show on Monday, the radio host said, "You got quite a bit of stick for that, I believe, Richie Anderson." Confirming he did, Richie replied, "My phone went off. People were saying, 'Who from Abba?'" In her co-star's defense, Zoe, 53, urged him not to worry as she reassured him reading out the name was a struggle due to not being Swedish. "All of us struggle a little bit with it because we're not Swedish, so we can't do the accent necessarily," she shared. "But don't worry because Matthias from Gothenburg has been in touch with how to pronounce Agnetha's name." Zoe then played out the Swedish listener's correct way of saying the name, adding, "It's sort of like a G and a N," as she attempted to pronounce it properly. The pair's co-star Tina DeHelly went on to also read out the name and sounded similar to the Swedish fans' tone. "Very good, there we go Matthias, thank you. We've all learned something new this morning." Zoe caught up with her co-star following a week off from her show as she continues to provide care for her mum Julia. The presenter shared last month that her mum has advanced cancer and she will be taking time away from her radio show to spend time with her. Following a brief break, she returned to the airwaves and thanked fans for their support in what had been a heartbreaking turn of events. Upon her return, the presenter dedicated Monty Python's uplifting song Always Look on the Bright Side of Life to anyone struggling. "Oh, dedicating that to anyone who is having a bit of a time with it at the moment," she shared. That is a lovely little bit of escapism, isn't it? Whistling along, singing along, sometimes it's very hard to look at the bright side of life. But when you get those little moments when you can, it's a welcomed relief." Following her mum's sad news, Zoe said she had a newfound admiration for all carers. She added, "I have realized that perhaps my calling was below stairs after all. I make a fine tea, I've been doing a marvelous lot of ironing and doing lots of admin. I've had some real heartbreaking messages from people who have lost loved ones to cancer recently. You are all in my heart."